everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Becca from At Home in the Sun, and today we're going to be doing a cash stuffing. So the way that we cash stuff is all of the bills get paid straight out of the bank account, and then the money that we pull out of the bank is set aside for our sinking funds and our savings challenges. So today we're going to be stuffing our sinking funds, our high priority and low priority funds. So welcome if you are new to this channel, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Becca and I live in South Florida with my husband and 3 kids, and we are on a journey to get out of debt and be more intentional with our money. So let's go ahead and count and see how much money we're going to be cash stuffing today. We have 1, 2, 300, 400, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 720, 740, 760, 780, 800, 810, 820, 830, 840, and $850. So that's what we're going to be cash stuffing today. We also have a little bit of digital funds that we're going to be cash stuffing today. That means that I left the money in the bank and I put it into the savings account. So we are going to be adding some placeholders in place of the real cash, like I said, because I did leave it in the bank. So let's go ahead and get this money set up. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. We were sick for like 2 weeks. I'm finally starting to get a little bit better. I'm still not sleeping very good. I don't know if that's just from being sick, but like probably because my nose was so stopped up. I wasn't able to sleep well, but finally starting to get over it. So I hope you guys are staying healthy and happy. So let's go ahead and get started with my high priority binder. So this binder is from Chicky Treasures on Etsy. Go check her out. She makes beautiful resin binders. So we're gonna start with groceries. I haven't pulled this cash in here for my groceries that I'm about to buy in like 2 days. So that will get spent. So what I am gonna be stuffing for is the 2 weeks after that. So we're gonna be stuffing $300, a little bit less than what I normally stuff into groceries, because we do have an Aldi gift card. You can see that here in my envelope. So we have this Aldi gift card. It's $100 that somebody gave us. And also I was able to redeem my fetch points. And I'll put my referral code up here for you guys. If you're not familiar with fetch, please use my code if you would like to sign up. Basically, you just scan your receipts and you get free points. I finally saved up enough to get a $50 Visa gift card, so that is gonna go towards groceries as well. So that's why I'm only gonna stuff 300. So I'm not gonna count this because this is spent already. I'm gonna be buying groceries, like I said, in like 2 days. So I'm not gonna bother to count it. So the 300, the 100 on this, and then when my fetch gift card comes, that will be for groceries. So we should be taken care of for the next few weeks on groceries. All right, so moving on to spending, we're gonna be adding $55 into spending. This binder is pretty cleaned out. I think we cleaned out everything these past couple weeks. Kids, we're gonna be adding $10. Pets, this is for our 2 dogs and our backyard chickens. So we're gonna be adding $50 for like food, bedding for the chickens, anything the dogs need, stuff like that. So I did just take one of my dogs to the vet. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So had to cover all of that. Almost all of this money covered that. I also scheduled her to get spayed. So my paycheck's gonna be covering that. So thankfully that is taken care of. So for future vet visits, this is not including the spay. I'm gonna add $50 to start saving up again for the next time that they have to go to the vet. Okay, and moving on to household, let's add $50 to household. And food forest, we're just gonna be giving that $5 today. My husband just bought some stuff that he needed for the food forest, so I think we're gonna be good for a while. So just put $5 in there for now. I would have just skipped it, but I feel like I needed to give it just a little bit of something. Health, we're gonna add $80 to health. So 50, 60, 70, and $80. I have a doctor's appointment coming up soon with my functional, probably in several weeks, and he doesn't take insurance, so it's expensive. I'm also having to redo some testing that's not covered by insurance, so all the money that was in here got pulled. Trying to find a little bit more money to pay for a few other health related things. Medical, we're gonna give $10. This is for long-term stuff. And honestly, if I'm being honest, you guys, it's probably gonna get pulled for the health stuff because it's just very expensive right now with all the stuff that I have to buy for these treatments that I'm doing. Beauty, let's add $10 to beauty. Give this envelope a little bit of love. It gets neglected so often. All right, so this binder is done. So let's move on to my second high priority binder. All right, so piano, this is for my daughter's piano lessons. We're gonna be stuffing 70. So this covers 2 weeks of lessons. It is $35 a lesson and she's really enjoying it. She's been wanting to learn how to play Golden Hour by Jake. She loves that song. Her piano teacher is really, really nice. She really, really likes him. And he's teaching her, you know, the theory and all the scales and all those things, but he also wants her to learn through doing things that she enjoys as well. And because she wanted to play this song so much, he found like an easier version of it. So she's been learning it. She's been working really hard trying to learn Golden Hour, and it sounds so good. She's doing so good. I'm so proud of her. All right, so home care. This is a new one. If you watch my last cash stuffing, I had an extra $20 left over at the end of the video, and it's because I forgot to add this envelope in my last video. But this is my home maintenance envelope. This is a new one that I added. I called it home care instead of home maintenance. So we're gonna be adding $20 to it, probably every cash stuffing. So there's the 20 from the last video that I didn't have a place for. So we're gonna be adding another $20 to this. So that will bring us to $40 in home care. And car care, which is my car maintenance fund, we're going to be adding $50. However, we're gonna be adding a placeholder. So I took the $50 and I moved it over to my savings account. I didn't pull it out of the bank. So instead of pulling the cash out, I'm just gonna be adding a placeholder to show that I have saved that in the bank. So I do have $100 in the bank. So let me grab a 50 placeholder to stick in here. So stick the 50 back here with the other 50s. I actually could use, I think, a $500 placeholder. But I'm not gonna pull this money yet. I'll do a separate video for like a bill swap where I take my money out and put it back in the bank. I do need to do one of those videos soon because some of these funds, this money needs to go back in the bank. So for car care, we have 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 740, and 750. Perfect, 750. I know my car and my husband's car both need oil changes, so that will come out of this fund. All right, car tags gets $5. This is saving up for our car registration for 2024. All right, so we have $35 in car tags. Life insurance, this is my life insurance. This is going to be getting $5. So we have $20 saved up. I pay this every 6 months. All right, lot tags. I decided not to pull this out anymore because it's going to be due next month in November. So I'm just going to put the money straight into the savings account until I have to pay that bill. So we're gonna be using a $100 placeholder. I already have 3 placeholders, so let me grab another placeholder. Let me see what I have here. All right, I got a bunch of different ones. I don't have any 100s. Let's just use one of those, I guess. None of these match in here, but that's okay. All these are different. All right, so let me put my clear one on top. So we added $100 to this fund. It is in the bank. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400 in the bank, 5, 6, 7, 800, 850, and 870. Great, 870. This one is almost fully funded, and I am looking out for that bill any day now to come in the mail. This is for property taxes for a second lot that we own, so not our primary dwelling. And for our yearly subscriptions, I did add $20, and this is a digital fund as well, so I don't pull the cash out for this. So looking at my card here, I did partially color this one in. I only added $10. We're gonna be adding 20, so I'm gonna leave that uncolored and just color in the flower on the next row, because each flower represents 20. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. All right, so I use like this purpley blue here, pink here. What color should I use for the next row? Let's do like this jade green. Let's do that. So we're just gonna color in 1 to show that I moved $20 over. I know our Amazon Prime is about to be renewed in November. That's such a pretty color. So that's a big chunk. If you have Amazon Prime, you know that's like 139 or something like that. $139. So that's a big chunk that's gonna be coming out of here. All right, and for our debt check-in, so this is our last debt that we are working on other than our mortgage. It is a HELOC, and we have 3 debt cards. We're still working on the first debt card. So I did make 1 payment on this. I was looking at this, and I really need to be adding some to the principal payment, not just making the minimum payments. So I'm probably going to start just transferring money over, just making small principal payments. That's all that I can do right now. I can only stretch the money so far, but just putting small amounts towards the principal will bring this down a lot faster, because the starting balance was $36,000. And they're taking so much interest. I really need to start working on trying to bring that principal down. So I may talk more about that in a future video. So this binder is done. Let's move on to my low priority funds. Zoom you guys out just a little bit. All right, so these are my low priority funds. So travel is first. We're gonna be adding $10 to our travel fund. Oh, I'm so happy. Like in my last savings challenge video, when I did my roll with it challenge, I rolled this one, I think, and I got to add $50 to my travel fund. So that was exciting. All right, so $10 to travel today. So 50, 70, 90, 110. I don't know what our next trip will be, but we are saving up for something. Probably going to see my family because they live out of state. That's probably what that's gonna be for. You and me, this is for my husband and I, just slowly saving up for, you know, whatever, date night or whatever we decide to do. We used all this money in the summer for our anniversary. Maybe we won't use it again until our next anniversary, who knows? All right, Thanksgiving is coming up very soon. So we usually host. We have decided we are not hosting this year. I got so much going on. There's just, like, I don't have time, unfortunately, to host this year. So my sister-in-law is gonna host at her house. So I took a big sigh of relief. So very thankful that she's hosting. However, we, you know, have to make a lot of food and we have a big family, so we have expenses. So we are saving up for Thanksgiving to have enough money for food or whatever else we end up bringing. So we're gonna add 20 to Thanksgiving. So we have 150, 175, 175. It will be less expensive this year because we're not hosting. So that is a plus. All right, gifts, we're gonna be adding $25 to gifts. I do have several family members with birthdays this month, and I think one in November. All right, so let's add our 25. So we have 50, 70, 80, and $85 in gifts. And special events, we're gonna be adding $25 as well to special events. All right, 20 and 5. So we have $55 in special events. Great. All right, we are done with the low priority binder, and we're gonna be moving on to my homeschool binder. All right, so curriculum is going to be getting $5. I did have to spend some of the money that was in here on another math book that one of my kids needed. So thankfully I didn't have to spend all the money in here, But thankful that I've been saving up for that, because things like that do come up throughout the year. Co-op is going to be getting $5. We don't have any field trips planned yet for co-op. Hopefully we'll have some cool ones. I think one year they went to the Everglades. That would be so cool. I've never been to the Everglades, even though I've lived here for quite a while. There's a lot of places that I haven't been in Florida. We just haven't traveled a lot in our own state, but that would be super cool if we went to the Everglades or something like that. So $20, $30, and $40 for co-op. All right, our own homeschool supplies, we're going to be adding $5 to that. I didn't have a ton of money left over to add to homeschool, so a lot of these are just getting like $5 today, but at least that's something. Streaming hours also going to be getting $5. So we have $20, $40, and $50 in streaming hours. Homeschool subscriptions, we're going to be adding $10 to this. So we have $20, $40, $60, $70 in subscriptions. Homeschool evaluations, we're going to be skipping. And then field trips, we're going to be giving field trips our last $10. Okay, so we have $50, $70, and $80 in field trips. All right, and our homeschool binder is all finished. Thank you guys so much for spending some of your time with me and for cash stuffing with me. Leave me some love in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great week, guys. Bye.